guys, and welcome back to Video Game Book Club. I'm Clay, and this is Daniel.
Shovel Knight!
No. Shovel Knight was the last video.
Let's do it again.
Let's not do it again, and do the game that we promised people.
I didn't promise anybody anything. I promised Shovel Knight.
We promised them Golden Sun by Camelot.
Like King Arthur?
Yes. All of the knights.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Golden Sun. Shovel Knight. Released in 2001, Golden Sun was the first RPG made by Camelot for Nintendo, but far from their first foray into the genre. Camelot, which was originally a division of Sega under the Sega CD4 moniker, brought us the highly praised Shining Force series, until splitting off from Sega, having a short tryst with Sony, which brought around Beyond the Beyond, a game that I have a personal vendetta against, and then landing a new home at Nintendo, making sports games.
Yeah, that's right. The company that first brought us Waluigi in the Mario Tennis release in 2000 followed up with Golden Sun in 2001. And while you won't run into Mario and company on a mid-set break, you will meet up with a group of 4 heroes who must stop their treacherous foes from lighting the 4 lighthouses, using the elemental stars that our hero was forced to obtain for them.
In Golden Sun, you play as Isaac,
#Isaac for Smash,
a young man from a secluded village of Vale, which is full of psi energy using adepts. Like all classic JRPGs, you're woken from bed by your mother, who then warns you to seek shelter, because a massive storm that has caused boulders to rain from the sky is on the way. You very shortly witness the deaths of your father and several of your friends, all caused by the big bads of Golden Sun, Saturos and Minardi.
After this tragedy, we fast forward 3 years as Isaac and the other villagers continue to mend their battered homes. Isaac, his friend Garrett, and Jenna, the sister of one of the villagers thought to be killed due to the storm 3 years ago, have fast become close friends.
Okay, I get it. Golden Sun's first 2 hours are so slow. So slow, in fact, that when the game originally came out, I played the first 2 hours and then never played it again because it was just so generic and boring. I'm not saying I need non-stop action and plot advancement to keep my attention, but seriously, blocking a path with puppies just to make sure you have to go around the long way, this is a horrible way to lengthen your game. I can get over boulder after boulder after boulder, but puppies, let's not interrupt their playtime. Let's go out of our way instead of, just walking around them.
The second half of the opening is your first dungeon, which really sets the stage for the multitude of puzzles. The prevalence of puzzles in Golden Sun is one of the most enjoyable parts of the game. Instead of rushing through the dungeons, just going from point A to point B, you actually have to use your brain to solve a myriad of different puzzles using logic as well as the psi energy techniques you learn throughout your journey. And while we haven't finished setting up the story, I want to advise against using a guide for your first playthrough. Using a guide for a game whose gameplay is so intrinsically linked to puzzles will ruin half of the difficulty and destroy the sense of accomplishment you get from figuring out those puzzles.
There are only 3 missable events/items in the whole 25-hour-ish game. Actually, let's just go through them real quick. Near the beginning of the game, you'll come to an area called Bilbin Barricade, where you'll notice 3 trees standing on top of each other. Shortly after this, you'll be sent to fetch a plot-relevant item back on the other side of the barricade. When you return to the barricade with the item, the trees have been moved and one will be in the river. Use your psi energy move to pull the tree back to shore. Soon after, when you come back to Bilbin Barricade, the trees will have been returned to their true forms. The tree you saved, who turns out to be a girl named Jill, will now give you a hard nut.
Hard nut.
Perv.
The second missable will become available once you have the psi energy reveal and lift, but before you enter a desert. Once you return to the world map, instead of going into the desert, go to the Silk Road and free a plot-adjacent character to receive, you receive nothing in this game, but Sue will give you a golden ring in the sequel if you transfer a game where you saved him.
And lastly, like all good JRPGs, there is a Colosseum. The Colosseum is actually super awesome. You have 3 fights to go through, but before each fight there's a puzzle section with an optional chest. and whoever gets to the center first gets the stronger weapon or armor. If you pull through all 3 fights, you'll win the Lure Cap, an equipable that will raise the chance of random battles. I actually didn't use the item in this game, but I kept it in my inventory so I could transfer it over to the sequel.
Anyways, with that out of the way, we can return to our heroes in Vale who have just wrapped up their first dungeon. When you get to the end, you again run into our sinister duo who captured Jenna and your mentor Kraden. You obtain 3 of the 4 elemental stars for them, and it is even revealed that Jenna's brother Felix, who was believed dead, is an official member of our now disastrous trio.
Then, a 4th member, Alex, comes out of nowhere, and we are officially done trying to come up with more names. There's a giant rock-eye guy that appears once the 4th stone's removed, and he tells you that you need to stop the others, because igniting the lighthouses could be disastrous for humanity.
From here on out, the game follows the fairly predictable path of going from one area to another until you wrap up the game at the end by fighting Satoros and Minardi again, only this time in their final form. The story is fairly formulaic, but still more than strong enough to hold your attention throughout.
The real highlight of this game is the immaculately balanced battle system. From beginning to end, I can't think of another turn-based JRPG that feels as tight and well thought out as Golden Sun. Every level you gain counts. Every Djinn that joins your team adds useful spells and powerful summons. And of course the weapons, armor, and accessories add even more customization to your loadout.
Let's try and break this down. In most RPGs, you have your character who learns spells and attacks and can equip items to increase their stats. And while this is the basis of Golden Sun as well, it's the use of Djinn and the customization they allow that sets Golden Sun apart. The Djinn fall into the 4 basic elements, just like our characters do. Each Djinni you equip to a character not only can be used as an ability and then summoned, but also unlocks different psi energies. So let's say you equip a Venus Djinni to Isaac. This will unlock Earth psi energies for use in battle. The more Venus Djinni Isaac has, the more powerful his Earth psi energy will become. Adding a Djinni of a different attribute can not only give you more psi energies, but also change your existing list.
This customization is not something I'm used to seeing, and while I'm mostly stuck to pairing Djinn to the character that was most attuned to their element, the mixing and matching not only changes spell loadouts, but character stats and classes as well. And don't forget about the summons.
Each Djinni you use cannot be used again until it is reset on the character. There are 2 ways to go about this, however. You can manually reset the Djinni, but you lose your turn, however they are available for the next turn. Or you can summon the Djinni, which will then automatically reset after a cooldown period.
The Djinn of the same element stack on top of each other for summoning, causing more and more powerful summons to manifest. I mean, look at these guys! These aren't Shiva and Ifrit of Final Fantasy fames. These summons are visually unique. We've got an Egyptian-themed Ramses, some dragons, an angel, a whale, a turtle, the mighty Thor, and a snow cone machine?
Yeah. What the heck is Boreas supposed to be?
I looked it up, and it says he's a machine, and while his art in the sequel is much easier to discern, as far as I'm concerned, Boreas is in fact a snow cone machine.
Or he represents the Greek god of Northwind. But damn it, I like snow cones, so he's a snow cone machine.
Between using Psi Energy, Djinn, and summons, there are always different ways to attack a particularly tough boss.
Oh, you mean someone like, Deadbeard?
Yeah, like Deadbeard.
Golden Sun, of course, has its own super boss in the form of Deadbeard, a dead, bearded pirate located at the bottom of the elusive Crossbone Island. While he is the hardest boss in the game, with a little preparation and concentration, you can defeat him and earn a demon mail that he guards. I cannot praise this game enough. The art style, the music, the gameplay. This has always been one of my favorites, and I'm so glad to see you join me, Daniel.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Ah, shut up. What could possibly be your problem with Golden Sun?
My big issue with Golden Sun is the way Camelot and Nintendo initially released it. Golden Sun came out in 2001 as a full-price title. My problem is that the 2001 release was actually only half the game. A year later, the second half of Golden Sun, called Golden Sun The Lost Age, was released again as a full-price title.
Yeah, so? You got almost 30 hours out of it. And you have even been praising it this whole time. What's the big deal?
To be honest, it just sits wrong with me to not have the full experience in one game. In my opinion, each game in a series should exist as a standalone experience and not require you to play the previous titles or require you to play the next just so you can see the conclusion of the story. While I'm totally into the ideal of an episodic RPG, I have a huge issue with charging full retail price to what amounts to half a game. Having said that, it's 2015 and not 2001, so even this complaint, along with those damn puppies, barely affect my feelings towards Golden Sun.
If you're a fan of RPGs, then this game is a must-play for you. Add it to your list and pick it up. The first Golden Sun usually sells between $10 and $12 loose, with a complete in-box copy going around $30.
Just know that after you play this one, you're gonna want to pick up the sequel, which goes for around 15 loose and 30 complete. I'm glad I already own it, because I am definitely going to be itching for us to go through the Lost Age in the coming months.
See? Told you loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game. The use of puppies to block your path was
cute.
Pretty derivative.
Oh, well, okay. I've loved Golden Sun for about 14 years. It was the first RPG I ever played, and it still holds a great place in my heart.
Yeah, I'm really glad we played it. I hope you all enjoyed it too. Let us know in the comments, and of course we have our next game lined up.
Which is going to be fun, and it is Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube.
Yeah, I've actually never played this game, which is probably a running comment on videos we made.
He never plays any of our games.
No, I just like to buy them.
Yeah, buy them.
But I'm super excited because I have always been a fan of vacuuming.
Yes, and this was a launch title on the GameCube instead of a Mario game, so that's exciting.
Cool.
We will see you all next time.
Shovel Knight. Thanks for watching our video. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we know you all are busy, and we love that you've taken time to hang out with us for a little while.
While you're here, why don't you check out some of our other videos we've made? You kind of owe us now.
And we have a website that you can browse through too, if you want to.
You can also check us out on Twitter and Facebook. All those links are right here, so it's easy.
If you want to see more stuff from us, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and also leave this video a big thumbs up. That would be super awesome. Well, until next time, take care everyone.